And Chuck Schumer doesn't do many interviews either. Yesterday he was on, and he was asked about could Joe Biden have served another 4 years. He said, it doesn't matter, it's hypothetical. He also said this.
I want to play you a little bit of something you said last year. Take a look.
I talk to President Biden, regularly, sometimes several times in a week, or usually several times in a week. His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong.
Leader Schumer, what do you say to Americans who feel as though you and other top Democrats misled them about President Biden's mental acuity?
Well, look, we didn't. And let's look at President Biden. He's had an amazing record. When he stepped down, he did it on his own because he thought it was better not only for the Democratic Party, for America. We should all salute him.
No one believes that.
No one believes it. And if you look at the president, even that outburst to the press, which I don't even know what he means about talking about world leaders.
He should know more world leaders than anybody.
This is just part of the job. But the anger and the symptoms that he's displaying. Exactly. It's the thing that we've all seen with people that we love that have gone through this period of time in their life. And the fact that no one in his inner circle, his wife, the children will say, Dad, it's time to hang it up. And they were prepared to let him be president for another 4 years. It just speaks to the power hungerness in Washington. It's so sad to witness what we're seeing of a president. He still has some new codes.
I'm angry.
Well, here's the thing. Kristen Welker asked a great question, set it up with Chuck Schumer's own words. And the reason he was dismissive of her premise is because she was right. And they, the people who protected Joe Biden's cognitive decline, have been caught. And that's why it's so curious. If the guy is on the, way down, he's spinning out of control. He's just not the guy he was 4 years ago. Why is he still president? Why didn't they, invoke the 25th Amendment months ago?
Should have.
Years ago. Kamala Harris would be historic. She would have been the first president.
She wouldn't have beat Trump.
Female president, that is to say.
She wouldn't have beat Trump.
Brian, I'm saying had
he resigned.
the 25th Amendment, they replaced him. But they've all been caught. Everybody in Democrat world has got a lot of explaining to do, and they will have to in the next year.
Do they not love this country more than that, though? I mean, to lie to us and tell us he was fine. They were just going to prop him up like Weekend at Bernie's and just make us all believe that he was in the game and in the party. I mean, it's not fair to the American people. It's not fair to the soldiers whose lives are on the line when he's the commander-in-chief.
So because, by the way, on Afghanistan, that was solely his decision. Yeah. Jake Sullivan saying that, I feel bad. I offered to resign because I was unable to execute the president's decision. So Blinken wasn't his idea, although he says he's no regrets. It was his sole decision to have the worst catastrophe in American military history. Jonathan Martin, network anchor and commentator, said, well, why don't one of the people that was the chief of staff for Kamala Harris yesterday, Simone Sanders, came out and said, he's fine. People should defend him better. And Jonathan Martin says, well, it's not worth defending. Because at every turn over the last year and a half, he has taken the path of the most indulgent turn for himself rather than what's good for the party by running, by pardoning his son, and now some of his choices in the Medal of Freedom. Wow, you would never have gotten that a year ago. And then yesterday, a couple of weeks ago, he was asked about getting hostages out. He came back and said, do you think you can keep from getting hit in the head with a camera behind you? What does that mean? Yeah. So just that answer was a non sequitur. But why? He was not even asked about that.
I get very little credit to the people that are talking about this now. According to the reports, and the Wall Street Journal has done extensive reporting, they knew a year into his presidency that they were crafting the cabinet meeting so he didn't have to answer questions. And now they want to talk about it after he's lost, after he fell apart in front of the entire country for the debate. It's way too late to be talking about
these two speeches are going to be ugly that he gives.
It's terrible.
Well, and it'll be curious to see how he explains the withdrawal from Afghanistan if it's all about foreign policy. But here's the thing. He gave an interview about a week ago while we were on vacation, and he feels in his heart of hearts
that he would have won.
He would have beaten Donald Trump had he not been, stabbed in the back by Nancy Pelosi and all the other Democrats. But then again, It's just one of those
if
things.
he keeps calling out Nancy Pelosi, she's going to come out and say, by the way, you're mentally failing, and it's going to get even uglier.
Yeah.
Just wait till the
they all
stories
look
come
bad.
out about how little he actually did and how many 26-year-olds running liberal lefties were running around running the country.
Running the country.
Yeah.
Well, the Democrats who hid his cognitive decline don't have a little egg on their face. They have a whole omelet.
Yeah,
because
they lied to us.
Them and the
It wasn't
media.
the only thing they lied to us about. Remember the border was secure?
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.